If you see the greatness of Hashem, you're looking at His humility. If you could see that Hashem is great, Hashem just reduced Himself. Because what Hashem really is, you can't see. If you could see that Hashem is great, that means Hashem came down enough notches for you to be able to observe. If you could see that Hashem is great, that's a proof that the Eibishter has humbled Himself. You should have an engagement with Him. And that's the meaning of the words Tenu Ezel Lakim. We have to invite the Eibishter to humble Himself, to come closer to us. And when Hashem comes closer to us, obviously we benefit from that relationship. But in some kind of weird way, Kvayachal the Eibishter also benefits. He made us. That's number one. Number two is as follows. There's a Chassidus on the pasuk Achei Temimim. Everybody knows that Hashem's name Elokim means concealment. Havaya means to reveal. Even Elokeinu is better than Elokim, like I explained to you last night in the Pasha class. But Elokim means the godliness of concealment. Hashem hides. Elokim is, so to speak, a bad name. When Yitzchak is born, Sarah Imenu says famously, Tzchoik asali Elokim. Elokim has made for me laughter. So the question is asked, why does Sarah Imenu say Tzchoik asali Elokim? Shouldn't she say Tzchoik asali Havaya? Sarah's 90 years old. She was infertile. She couldn't have children. Hashem made a very, very big nest. She conceived, she has a baby. And then she's happy about it. How happy is she? She's literally happy enough to laugh. When a person is really, really happy, they're not just smiling, they literally are giggling. The ultimate expression of joy is that you can't contain it. It bubbles over. Laughter. Laughter is a sign of an incredibly deep ecstasy. When a person is really, really happy, they push it. They're not laughing at a joke. They're just laughing. It's a physical expression of an inner sense of joy. So Sarah Imenu is experiencing tzchoik, and it's attributed to Elokim. So the Maimonim ask, it should be contributed to Shem Havaya, tzchoik asali Havaya. So one of the answers is because her son, Yitzchak, his midah is Elokim. Yitzchak is Gvura. Avraham is Chesed. Yitzchak is Gvura. Yag Teferes. So Sarah Imenu tzchoik asali Kim. The Eibishter gave me a son from midas adin, from Elokim. So this is how she's thanking the Eibishter. Tzchoik asali Kim. She's thanking the Eibishter Kvayachal based on the midah from which her son came. But Chassidus has a different age. That in the concealment of God there's laughter. Hashem hides. Hashem makes life difficult for us. And we do what's called in Chassidus Kabbalah birurim. We deal with the hardships. And in dealing with the hardships, we not only survive, we actually make Hashem's world better. Hashem gave us challenges. All of us. Everybody has challenges. And the only difference between your challenges and the challenges of the Bacha sitting next to you is that you don't know his challenges. You think he looks good. His life's probably good. My life's terrible for this reason, this reason, this reason. His life's wonderful. The only reason you think his life's wonderful because you don't know it. If you would find out what his life is, you know what, I'll stick with mine. Everybody's got a challenge. And the challenges create, amongst other things, a birur and a tikkun, a correction. And the Eibishter gets a special nachas from birurim. Hashem gets a special pleasure from the correction of wrong. Hashem gets a special pleasure from disentangling entangled sparks. And that's the meaning of Tzchoik asali Elokim, that the name Elokim, which is the source of klipa, creates by the Eibishter Tzchoik. Hashem laughs. Hashem laughs when we take darkness and transform it into light. So here it doesn't say Tzchoik asali Elokim, it says Tenu oiz le'Elokim. You're giving the Eibishter oiz, you're giving the Eibishter strength. What is the strength? Even the Eibishter, the sparks that we elevate and we give to him, Kayachal gives him oiz. Tenu oiz le'Elokim. When you give the Eibishter nachas from his creation, so the Eibishter Kvayachal comes closer to us. Like it says in the pasuk, it's brought to Chassidus, Yoshev tells Yisrael, when we involve with God, God involves with us. That's how it works. When you turn to face God, God turns to face you. The closer we are to the Eibishter, the Eibishter to us. And the consequence of this is two things. Number one, Al Yisrael Gavasi. When it comes to the Jewish people, the Eibishter rests. And the nature of his rest is called Gaiva. What does Gaiva mean? Gaiva is a midah ra. Gaiva is a midah. Gaiva is a bad trait. Gaiva is arrogance. Gaiva is pomposity, right? Gaiva is condescension. Rabbi Magel translates Gaiva as majesty. It seems like an odd fit, because most people who are about the Gaiva have actually low self-esteem. A healthy person does not be about Gaiva. If I have to be better than you, it's because I don't think I'm good enough. Gaiva is a midah. Gaiva comes from weakness, but not by the Eibishter. By the Eibishter it says Hashem Malach Geyes Lovesh. The Eibishter wants to be the king of the world. So he puts on a shirt of Gaiva. He lowers himself to be above us. Hashem is not higher than us. Hashem has nothing to do with us. Hashem comes down from where he is, as much as you could describe him as being spatial, to be low enough to us to be higher than us, so that he can have a relationship with us, and that is the taich al Yisrael ga'avosei, that the Gaiva of the Eibishter comes down again. And I want you to appreciate, we're talking Zman HaGolus. And Zman HaGolus in general is the time of concealment. And that the basis for the Eibishter's relationship with the world is the Racham v'Chasod, the Eibishter's compassion and the Eibishter's kindness. But to new Ois Lalikim, when the Jewish people give the Eibishter Ois, and this Ois Klayacha brings him closer, which says in Chassidus. It says in Chassidus, if you learn Samach Vav, you learn Samach Vav also, that Ois is the power to bring together opposites. Ois is the power to bring together Beligavol and Gvul. To new Ois, our Yiddishkeit, our Birudim give the Eibishter Ois, so the Eibishter comes down, Al Yisrael Ga'avosei. So Yisrael Ga'avosei means the Eibishter lowers himself in Zman HaGolus to be above you. Even in Golus, the Tenuais Elakim, the struggles that we deal with, which give the Eibishter Ois, makes the Eibishter Yisrael Ga'avosei.